So, do we have any steel or even metal on this new Toyota Tacoma? You know, I've been seeing lots of comments about how cheap it is. Some folks have even mentioned they think the interior looks cheap. And I'm like, what are you talking about? What do you mean the interior looks cheap? I don't understand that. I love the interior. I think it looks upgraded. I think it looks posh. Well, maybe not posh, but nonetheless, I think it looks pretty good. But is there any metal on this truck? Well, we're gonna test it. I've got here a magnet. This is a phone mount, and it is very substantial, I guess. To show you guys, we've got the toolbox here. Here you go. Now, that is a strong magnet, right? So we're gonna run around the truck. We're gonna see if we can find any steel. I'm imagining there's a lot of aluminum on this truck, but nonetheless, let's take a look. Now, just to show you I'm not pulling your leg, there it is against plastic, right? Doesn't stick. Oops, really doesn't stick. And here it is against the license plate. License plates aren't even steel anymore, right? Here's the grill. We know this is plastic. Here's the front of the grill. It's plastic. Everything's plastic. What about the fenders over here? Yeah, they're plastic. How about the fender flare? Yep. Headlight? No. What about the hood? Is it actually steel or aluminum? Let's find out. It is aluminum. It is not steel. What about the hood scoop itself? I'm guessing it's probably plastic. I'd say the hood scoop is plastic. It could be aluminum, I'm not sure. Let's keep looking, right? I'm looking for some sort of steel on the new Tacoma. What about, there we go. That is steel. No aluminum up the sides. So does that mean the roof is steel as well? It is. Oops. That is steel as well. So we've got steel going up the sides, the cage, if you will, and we have a steel roof. What about the mirrors? I'm sure they're plastic. I know they are. There we go. How about the doors? Are they steel or aluminum? Steel, right there. Not cheap. Be much cheaper if they made them out of aluminum, right? How about the door handles? Nope. Just the door itself. What about the rear doors? Did they carry that on through? I don't know. They did. Didn't cheap out on the rear doors either. Now, how about the bed? You know, the business end of the Toyota Tacoma. Let's check the fenders first. Nope, we've got no steel there. How about the side panels? No. Check that out. Not steel. My sport bar is steel, but the sides of the Tacoma, not steel. What about the little panel going up the edge here? I imagine that's going to be steel. And it is. So we've got steel there as well. How about the front or back, depending on your perspective, of the bed area? This part right here. It is steel as well. So basically, it seems the whole cage part of the truck is steel. Let's move on to the back. How about the little bumper area here? Nope, just as plastic as it can be. What about the back part? Expect it to be the same. Of course, the bumper, you know, this is obviously plastic. How about the tailgate itself? This is going to be interesting. I expect this to be aluminum, and it is. No steel on the tailgate here on the Tacoma. Of course, the D-rings I added, they're steel. No problem with that. Moving on to the other side, we have to check the whole truck just to make sure they're consistent. What about the driver's side? Nope. How about the door on the gas filling area? Nope. And then again, we have the cage part, if you will. We know that's going to be steel. How about the driver's side door in the rear? It is steel as well, just like the other side. Let's move up. Whoa, let's move up to the front. Looking at the driver's side door, that is steel, so you can feel protected when you're inside of the truck. However, if you get in an accident, bust up the back, you're gonna have not as much, I guess, structural integrity as you'd have in the front. Let's check the mirror again. We know that's not. And then the, what do you call this? The A-pillar, I guess. It's going to be steel as well. Lastly, we've got the driver's side fender. That is steel. Did we have steel on the other side? Definitely not on the fender there. Let's check that other side. I can't remember if I checked that or not. I did, and it is steel as well. So that is a kind of quick run around the whole truck, and I wanted to make sure that I looked at the whole truck, right? Because you never know. It's interesting to me on Jeeps, some of them are all steel and some of them aren't. I know on the Gladiator that I had, the regular Gladiator, the Sport S, was aluminum. The hood, I guess I'm talking about the hood. But the hood on the Gladiator, Mojave I should say, that was steel. And you really could tell the difference. I mean, the weight difference was amazing. And I gotta say, I'm not real surprised that the tailgate or the hood on this truck are aluminum, because they are so light. You can really feel that when you put the hood up or put that tailgate down. Now, the big question is, how important is that? I mean, Toyota took care of the passengers because everything we're surrounded in when we're inside the cab is steel. So we have more strength to protect the bodies that are inside, right? I don't know that it really matters as much, except for maybe impact, as to whether or not the hood or the back sides of the bed are steel or not. Although you would think when you're hauling things back there and you're pushing against the edges, probably part of the reason the capacities are what they are is because that bed itself is aluminum. You don't want a lot of outward force pushing on that aluminum, or you might have a little bit of deformation or deformation of the metal on the sides of the truck. And I'm willing to guess that when you're going down the road, you probably get a little flexing in those areas too, much like you do on the hood with this Tacoma. Anyway, leave a comment. Let me know. Any of that matter to you? Did Toyota cheap out, or who cares? I'd be curious to know. Thanks for watching. Stay safe out there. Bye.